So basically, I'm moving out. That is so terrifying to say. Ooh, I have some tea to spill for you guys. I'm gonna put this down because it's really hot. Hey everyone, my name is Lauren Eloise and welcome to a tea and talk video. If you guys are new and you don't know what that is, that's okay. Thanks for stopping in, by the way. A tea and talk video is where we sit down together. It feels like we're old friends catching up at like a cafe, or maybe you come over and we're having tea together, right? And I'm sharing everything that's happened in my life over the past, month or so. So it's like a little catch up. Usually you guys let me know what's been going on in your life. Comment below. I want to know how you are. But basically we're just gonna spill the tea, the goss. So the big news, the big milestone, I celebrated my 1 year anniversary with galpal. Yay! If you had told me like a couple of years ago that I would even reach where I am now, I wouldn't have believed you. And this is too hot. So we made it to 1 year, which is amazing. How did we celebrate? I know you want to know, right? This was during lockdown, so we couldn't really do too much, but I got a massive bunch of flowers and she also got me a massive bunch of flowers, which were really, really pretty. As like the little anniversary gift thing, I got this little frame from the Empyrean Collective. You submit a photo that you want and they print it out on a Polaroid and they put dried pressed flowers in the frame, and she really liked that gift. I also made a box up of all of her favorite snacks. I like to think that I listen really well and have picked up on everything that she likes, so I added it into this box and she was obsessed with the smell of it. I also put in like a fancy bottle of wine so that we could share. It had really cute packaging, just saying. So we made dinner ourselves in my space here. We made it nice because we couldn't go out anywhere, so we had wine, we moved the table into the middle of the room, we lit candles, we dressed up, like proper dressed up as if we were going out, which I thought made it really special. And yeah, after that we had dessert, we watched Squid Game. Actually, that's what we were into at this point in time. We've watched the whole thing. I really liked the series. I don't think I'm a fan of the ending. I said it. I don't think I'm the only one, honestly. I bet some of you didn't like it. The next massive milestone that I'm checking off the milestone bucket list, I don't know, whatever, the gay stereotype. So basically, I'm moving out. I want to talk about all of the reasons why I am doing this / why I was afraid to do it, and it took me a long time to come to the decision. But before I do that, I would like to thank today's sponsor. Thank you so much, Beducated, for sponsoring this video. Beducated is the Netflix for sexual wellness. They're an online platform that offers courses on sexual health, self-pleasure, self-love, intimacy, and so much more. They have really easy to follow along videos. It's a little safe space to learn about all of these topics from experts. If I was to ask you guys, like, where did you get your sex education? Some of you would be like, at school, but also at school wasn't, wasn't very good. Or you would say that you didn't really get any and you turned to certain adult websites to learn from, which we know is very performative. It doesn't display things accurately or relationships very well. Anything you ever learned in school was so penis and vagina focused, which we know is not the only way to have sex, which is why I really like Beducated, because they actually do have courses for you gays. I've noted a few down that I like and some that I have looked at. There's some on kissing, they've got ones on dirty talk, masturbation, sexualities, going down on someone, sitting on people's faces, online dating, orgasms, hookups, consent, which is so important. This morning I was actually watching one of the courses, and towards the end of like that lesson I got a little bit emotional, which I did not expect at all, because like I'm doing an online course, what the hell. I just felt like I have missed out on so much because I was not taught, and even things that seem really intimidating when they're explained this way, straightforward, professional, relaxed in this course, like I feel like maybe that is something that I can try. It makes me want to try things. I really liked the one that talked about getting to know your partner through non-verbal communication. So they were talking about like hand massaging, letting the person who's being massaged give you feedback through like sounds or like body movements. Eventually you can kind of translate that to other areas of the body. I 100% recommend trying out Beducated if you're someone who wants to strengthen your relationship to yourself and your body, if you want decent education. Maybe you want a stronger connection to your partner. There's stuff for couples on there as well. If you're worried about doing things for the first time as an LGBTQ plus person, I think that that is really, really helpful, so you're not freaking out the first time you go to do these things. So if you're curious and you want to have like a little peek on what's on offer, you can have 24 whole hours for free to just have a little snoop around, see if there's anything you like. If you like what you see on there and you've watched a few things and you're like, yes, this is something that I want to sign up for, I can give you guys 70% off if you use my code Lauren70. Go and have a little snoop around. I don't think you will regret it at all. This is something that I would love to talk about so much more on my channel. So if you have any questions that you want me to do like a LGBTQ sex ed kind of thing, I would freaking love to do that. So let me know. Okay, so back to the moving in thing. So Girl Pal asked me if I would like to move in with her. The reason she asked me is because the lease where she is ending at the very start of next year. At the time, she wasn't sure if she was going to have anyone else to live with, and also she felt like for her it was the right time to like start that chapter of our relationship. So I was happy, I was excited about this. I also was so terrified. I have lived in the same place for my entire life. I'm also really close with my family. I also don't have a super stable income, so I was really worried for those reasons to move out, and I ended up talking with like everyone close around me, like trying to understand their feelings on the idea just to make sure like I was doing the right thing. Which, side note, you should definitely do with big things in your life. Rebound off other people and see what they think. I thought about it for a bit, and then I actually hid a key that I engraved with the word yes on it, and she found it one night. She was so happy that I had said yes. My friend also is gonna move out with us as well, so there'll be 3 of us in that is 5. There will be 3 of us in a house. So that will be happening like over Christmas / the New Year, which is the worst time for it to happen, but whatever. Next year I will not be here. Some of you guys might not know, but I live in a granny flat. It's like 2 portable building containers smushed together. My walls are metal. It's not like a permanent living space, but it's been really good because I've been able to be independent and have my own space. So I've been in here for like 3 years now. I probably will keep my bed here because we're gonna use Girl Pal's bed. Eventually, my parents will probably get rid of this granny flat. I asked them for like a buffer of like, give me like 3 to 6 months to like get settled in, just in case things don't work out. I wanna, you know, easily come back home. I'm really not worried because me and Girl Pal spend like so much time together. We're at each other's place like at least 4 nights every week. We know how each other live. I just know deep down that it's happening at the right time and it's kind of meant to be. I feel really comfortable in that. And I know that sounds stupid and cheesy and whatever. I think sometimes you just know, you know? Whilst we're talking about Girl Pal, she's been learning to drive the van. I've taught her how to drive a manual. That's something we've been working on so that when we do trips, we can share the driving. We're actually planning to go to Brisbane for Christmas to see her mum. That is a big trip. Really cool to see her progress and start from having no idea and being annoyed and upset about it to still being a little bit nervous, but then the nerves go away pretty fast. Another huge thing that I've been wanting to do for such a long time, but I've never had any time, is create a media kit for YouTube. That basically is like a portfolio of all of my stats on YouTube, past collabs that I've done in like a little neat PDF that I can give to brands to say like, this is what I do you see us working together kind of thing. Because I'm a designer, I designed this thing to like the best of my abilities and it took me a couple of weeks, but I'm really happy with the result. I love the way it looks. It is more than I ever imagined and I'm just really proud of just that. The reason I did that is because I've been trying to organize sponsorships for the 12 Days of Christmas this year. I've put a hold on freelance jobs so that I can focus on the 12 Days of Christmas, which means I'm not earning any other money. So to make it worth the time that I spend, I need to be earning at least to cover my rent and my bills worth. So I've been trying to do that by myself. It's been a big learning curve, I think. It's hard because usually YouTubers and Instagram people and TikTok people have someone who does this for them. They've got like a brand manager. But to be honest, if they don't work out, then that's okay. I don't mind. Like, it is what it is kind of thing. Which is why I'm so thankful that Beducated sponsored this video. Thank you so much for working with me. I absolutely love what Beducated Beducated stands for. So little reminder, there will be a link below that will give you 24 hours free access. And if you wanna, use code Lauren70 and it will give you 70% off. So go check it out. This really stupid thing happened to me. I got a call from the police saying that my number plates from my van had been duplicated or like copied and stolen. I was freaking out. I'm like, man, like someone is driving around with a van with my number plates on. If they kill someone or like, you know. So I had to go and get my number plates changed, which was a pain in the ass because I had to pay for it, even though it wasn't my fault that someone stole them. That happened just as we were allowed to go out, like for the first time in like 3 months. I went to change my number plates and I was really anxious. I remember telling girl pal, like, hey, like I kind of just want to leave. The mask that I was wearing and the anxiety of being outside, just so many things. And I also had low blood sugar. It all led up to me having a panic attack. It was very frustrating because when that happens, I just start crying and like hyperventilating. And it's like, I know that it's anxiety, but I feel like I don't have control. That's just the frustrating part. But anyway, girl pal was really supportive during that. It got to a point where I was comfortable enough to like go into the shops, and then we got what we had to do. And by the time we were leaving, I felt connected back to my body again. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like when you're in like such a high panic flight or fight mode, you're not really connected. And then by the time we were leaving, I'm like, oh, like I'm coming back to me again. Anyway, I ended up talking to my therapist about that and she helped me with some strategies. So a fun thing that I've been doing is netball has started up again. Outdoor netball, which is usually held in winter, has started again in the summer because they just want to finish the season. This weekend is the semi-finals, so wish me luck. Also, I got out of the house and I went to a party for Halloween, which is crazy. I like made my face into like a little dead deer and I wore like brown clothes and little antlers. Another social gathering kind of thing. My friend had a birthday and we went to her family's house and had a really, really nice dinner. It took another extra half an hour to get there because roads were closed because there were trees down. There was this massive storm and it like hailed and it looked like it was snowing. That friend actually, we've been starting to go swimming again. I love swimming because I have asthma. Speaking of asthma, I have officially weaned myself off my asthma medication. You probably might be like, Lauren, what the f are you doing not taking your asthma medication when you have asthma? I know, but what I take is a steroid, right? And your lungs get addicted to it because it expects it every day. I know that I don't have rats anymore, which is the cause of my asthma in the first place. And I think also the paint and the fresh stuff of this place 3 years ago triggered it as well. So I've weaned myself off, which it took me like a year to do. So lately I've been looking at houses with girl pal and I think we're gonna go see one on Saturday, which might be around the time that this video goes up. So massive thank you again to Beducated for sponsoring this video. Go check out the little link down below. I hope you guys stay safe, stay well. I will see you so soon in the 12 Days of Christmas. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the little bell so when the first one goes up, you're the first person there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!